Welcome to the replay of Sunday Night Dead. Stay tuned, enjoy the slideshow as we get ready.
Welcome to Sunday Night Dead.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the fourth episode of Sunday Night Dead, which is actually a Sunday Night Live, but we just like to be dead, because why not? Nice playing the words here. I see we got Stephanie, Jenny, and Frank so far. What's going on, guys? Definitely nice to have you guys on. So, pre-warning, I have like a horrible sinus infection going on. So, my voice probably sounds like crap. I've been sick for like the past 3 days. It's horrible. It's miserating. So, in this episode, be prepared for plenty of sniffles, probably a couple mutes, blowing my nose. I have my tissues right here. And things like that, because I just feel like total crap. Hey Adam. Hey Adam. By the way, so your meetup is for this Saturday coming up, correct? See, RJ's in here. Jennifer, hello. Sheila, hello. So if you guys did not know, Adam did put out a video. He's actually hosting his final meetup event. Just want to confirm with him though that it's going to be this Saturday, and it's basically going to be a farewell to Adam. Adam is actually he's going to be moving, so definitely happy to have you on here, Adam. You know, I did put a comment on your video, but definitely in words, I want to be able to tell you, truthfully, I'm really going to miss you, but at the same time, I'm really happy for you guys, and definitely looking forward to seeing what kind of adventures you guys do down there. So I'm really happy for you. It's a sad happy, but I'm definitely happy for you guys. So on the 22nd at 11 a.m. at Centralia, Adam is going to be hosting his final farewell Centralia meetup. So basically, if anybody wants to attend that, and be able to meet Adam or any of us, that is really the time to do it, because after that, Adam will no longer be with us in person, but he will definitely be with us in film. So, see, we got Edith in here. So again, guys, full fair warning, I have a sinus infection, so sniffles and things are to be expected in tonight's video, but I'm trying to contain them as best as possible. So tonight's episode might be a little bit shorter. I did pick a half-hour long video for a looking back in time video. I tried to kind of want to keep tonight's episode fairly relatively short, just because of the fact that I'm not feeling too well. So let's go ahead and get on with it. And we got Matt, and so Matt should be having some content coming out soon. I actually got to meet up with him again recently. Also finally got to meet Nick from Nick's Crossing. Hooked up with Randy, Emerald Sound Productions, and RJ78 Productions as well over the weekend, which the adventure was kind of cut short, but for me anyway. But it was definitely great seeing the guys all together again, so it was really a fun time. Yeah, see, for me, I did end up starting to work again. I'm gonna actually blow my nose real quick, so I'm gonna put you guys on the waiting screen while I talk. So I started a job cutting trees down, and there's a tree called an ash tree, which when you cut into it, it's basically like this ultra fine dust. It's basically like taking sand and just throwing it in somebody's face or hitting it with a blower. It's seriously, I breathed it in, and I probably should have had a mask on, and I didn't. I inhaled all of this tree. So I've been sick, but not sick sick. It's just been basically a head cold, allergies, but it's because of this tree that I had taken down. So it's kind of my own fault. But I definitely want to try to not have a lot of sniffling and coughing and stuff on the video, because I know that's something that gets really annoying. I could be talking and you guys probably have your volume all the way up because you can't hear me, but the moment I sniffle or cough, it's oh my god, it's so loud. That's just how that kind of works. Anyway, I see Christina on here says that she has a cold, so yeah, I fully am with you on that. I understand it definitely sucks. Sheila says allergies, yeah, it's horrible. I also just cut 3 trees down at my house as well, so it's actually funny. My backdrop here is all trees, and it's just I'm Mr. dispose of all the trees, so I'm not taking these trees down though, these ones. So let's go ahead and get started with our meme of the week. So today's funny quote, which is actually going to lead into one of our questions, because I've picked a question for the week, and our looking back in time video, which is actually an older one, back before I even had the Mustang. So let's go ahead and get started with meme of the week. Money doesn't buy happiness, but it does buy race cars. Have you ever seen someone sad in a race car? You can't possibly be sad in a race car. So being completely honest, if I was the owner of that vet with that blower coming right out of the hood right there, I definitely don't think I would be upset or sad for anything. Now, race car, yeah, definitely can't be sad having a race car. Having an off-road car, though, that turns around and decides to brake every 2 seconds, that's a different story. That's kind of sad. So hopefully you guys did enjoy the meme of the week. This time it was a little bit less horror themed, and it was more, out in the open. So if you guys didn't know, tonight's video, looking back in time, is actually going to be a drag race, which is actually pretty cool. So back before, so let's kind of rewind a little bit on things. When I started YouTube, I had a black 2011 Camaro. That was before I purchased the green Camaro, which then was set on fire, and then I got the Mustang, and the abandoned stuff happened, and we're at where we're at today. So this is prior to me doing anything that you guys know me for. So this video is actually going back. Now, Matt would remember it because this is going back way back to the automotive stuff. Because when I first started YouTube, I tried doing automotive content. So there was actually a YouTuber meetup, which, if any of you guys know any of these names, we had Street Speed 717, who is a YouTuber who has over 1 million subs. Vehicle Virgins, Guitar Mageddon ZL1, a bunch of YouTubers that are like, we're talking massive scale in size. What's the other one? Supercars of Philadelphia. Like, these are all guys that I knew, and Matt knows them currently. He actually does talk with them, and these are all massive YouTubers, and they hold an event which they don't do anymore, but it was a call-out event. And this was the second event. And it was basically all drag racing. Yeah, Matt, I saw that. So, all right. So, if you guys see Matt's comment, there was a $350,000 Lamborghini Aventador pulled over in the location where we did an Abandoned Explorer over the weekend. It was an orange one. I saw it. It was funny as hell. So he must have been pulled over for a while. Because, so Matt, when we left, like, I left like an hour before you. Holy crap. I am amazed by that. I am seriously amazed by it because we saw him. It was an orange Aventador, and a cop pulled him over right in town. And we passed right by him, and I was like, oh, crap, well, we know why he got pulled over. A small town, and you never see a Lamborghini come by. But the funny thing was, though, is, like, 2 blocks up, there was a red C8 coming down the street, too. And I was like, damn, like, there must be some, like, really cool car stuff going on to have these kind of things coming through here. So he must have had him pulled over for a while because because I disbanded from you guys like an hour prior, so that's okay. So when we saw him was when we left Joey B's, and he was actually down the road close to where the grocery store was. So if you guys seen him at the gas station, that was well after we seen him when he was pulled over. That's crazy. I wonder if he got pulled over again. Of course, in that car, it's a cop magnet, so I'm not surprised. Nice! You saw the C8 vet as well. Nice. Yeah, it was the red one. Oh my god, that's crazy. Freddie and Foxy joining us now. What's going on? Okay, yeah, for us, he was actually pulled over by a cop, and I didn't have a dash camera on. Go figure. I never have a dash camera on for these things, but I definitely would have uploaded the video. I kind of contemplated actually pulling over and filming it because it was literally right when the cop put his lights on him and pulled him over when we saw him. Now, Jamie's comment is interesting. So, yeah, if it was an orange Lambo, most likely it was the same one. Because you really don't see those around here. And 2 Ferraris. And a few C8s. Oh, my God. What am I doing? I should be seeing, like... Can we find one? Like, can you guys come over and, like, investigate my driveway and look and see if we can find one out there? Because I would love to just find one of them. I don't even care if a cop has it pulled over. I would just love... Even if it's the C8, it doesn't even have to be the Lambo. Can we just find one of those in my driveway somewhere? That would be awesome. So, even though this is kind of like off topic, but since we're talking about car stuff, if you guys had an option, and I know Matt's going to be all over this topic, if you guys had an option to own a supercar, and we'll include Corvettes in that, because even though Corvettes are an American version of a supercar, they're still kind of a supercar. What supercar would you guys have? You have Lambos, you have McLarens, you have Bugattis, you have Aston Martin, you have Ferrari, you have Porsche. What, and again Corvette, what supercar would you guys, if you had the money, would you have? honestly, if it was me, I actually kind of taking a liking to. I did do the meme of the week. Um, I can. You know what? I'll go ahead and while I'm talking, I'll show you Freddy and Foxy. I'll pull the meme of the week up. So everybody, here's the meme of the week again for our late viewers. I personally would go for a McLaren. I think. Oh, but Jamie comes out with the Audi R8. Ugh, that was actually a childhood favorite of mine. I always, and I forgot about the Maserati. I always wanted an Audi R8. That was actually one car I always wanted, was the R8s. Frank with the McLaren F1. Definitely agree with the McLaren. Matt, money no object, the Koenigsegg. Okay. I actually owned two Audis once. And a 100S, which was an old one. I think it was a 1999. The motor blew up in that one. And an A6L, an A6L, because it was the A6 but the long version. I guess that's what they make with the L. So I have one of those as well. I did drive an Audi R8 though once. There actually was a time I drove an Audi R8. Alright, so you got to sit in an R8. Yeah. Audis are amazing, but the expense is the problem. So there was literally a time where in Jersey there was this place where there's massive amounts of cars. I'm going to put the waiting screen on to mute this real quick because I actually severely have to blow my nose. So hold on 1 second, guys. Okay, so there was a time when I actually got to drive an Audi R8. It was at the Turnersville Auto Mall in Jersey. There's actually a Cadillac dealer that's right next to it. So they had a used Audi R8 come in. Audi was packed. There was tons of people. There was no service. Everybody was just jam packed. And on the Cadillac side, they were coming over and assisting because of how packed up Audi was. I was looking at the R8 because I was a teenager, and I'm like, oh my god, it's the R8. And the Cadillac guy came over and was like, oh, are you interested in it? Whatever, yada, yada, yada. I'm like, well, I can't afford it. And, he was like, oh, well, do you want to drive it? And I'm like, I would love to, but can't afford it. And he was like, well, I actually can't sell it to you anyway. It has to go through one of the Audi dealers. But I kind of want to sit in the passenger seat and take a ride in it. So you want to drive it, right? And I was like, let's do it. So they actually have a track in the back of the dealership. So you don't even go out on the street. They actually have a circuit. So the Cadillac guy actually got the keys for it, and we took it out and freaking did a lap with it. And it was amazing. It was the coolest thing I ever did. But the funny thing is, though, I will still say to this day, the hearse was more comfortable than the Audi R8. But what I would definitely say, though, is if I had to pick a supercar, if money was no object and I was a billionaire, I would love to have a Bugatti Chiron. I think they are fabulous. I think the designs are exquisite and they are in perfection. But with money being an object, something that I could maybe possibly even one day actually I like to think of dreams that are within reach. I don't like to think about things that are so far away. So I don't ever picture myself as being oh, I would love to have a Bugatti, because I look at it okay, well, here's where I'm at now. Sure, maybe something could end up happening, but I don't put my mindset as I'll have one day and look at it as a goal, because it's damn near impossible. A McLaren, which is essentially $150,000 car, or you could even get them used for $100. You can get an older model. that's something that, hey, granted, even if it's by the time I'm 50, whatever, that's something that is within reach. Um, you know, if you have a paid off house and things like this, 100,000 for a car really wouldn't be that bad if you have no expenses. So that's something that I look at as like it's a possibility. So I don't totally, look at it as it would never happen. So that's one of the reasons why I look to the to the McLaren. Um, Lambos are nice. If I had to pick a Lambo, it would be a Gallardo because again, you can get them, relatively cheap. But I think the McLarens are pretty nice. Just like Frank said, I think the P1 would definitely be my that would be my go-to. And my mouse is not. Oh, there we go. Now it's connected. Okay. So going on and forward with tonight, I've actually done a lot of talking that I didn't expect to do because of how I feel, and I'm really trying to hold everything in. But we are going to go on with our question of the week. So, our question of the week, which we had a few in. Jamie, I did see yours, and it was after I'd already edited this. So, if you would like to, I definitely am looking forward to you submitting your question next week, because that is definitely a question I would like to answer, but I already had this question loaded up. So, for this week, we've got Frank Forrest coming in with, what is your favorite hand tool and why? So I'm going to let all of you guys look at this question for a moment and think about it. I'm going to blow my nose again because I have to. So I'm going to do you guys the pleasure of muting this and let you think about your answers. And you guys can let everybody know in the comments what your favorite hand tool is and why. Okay, so now that we are back on the mic, oh god, need a coffee for this. Butter knife. I guess you can't be wrong with that one. So, my favorite tool, and funny enough, I actually do have a favorite tool. It's not a crazy tool, but it's a handy tool, and it is legit my favorite because if I ever can't find it, I go completely berserk. So, this is a screwdriver. But it's not just any screwdriver. This screwdriver is actually a snap-on screwdriver. Number one, it's green, which is my favorite color, and it's black. And black always goes good with everything. So black and green combo is phenomenal. But the thing is, this snap-on screwdriver, okay, I literally, like when I was a teenager, I paid like $25 for this thing, brand new off the back of one of their trucks. And I've had this for well over 10 years. And it's still, aside from the fact that it just looks dirty, I've, like, it, you could probably clean this up and it would still look brand new. And I've done so much work with this, and I've used this so many times. Snap-on is by far my favorite brand that I cannot afford. I probably could afford it if I stopped by another shit. But anyway, Snap-on is my favorite brand by far that I just definitely don't want to invest a whole lot of money into. But this screwdriver, because of how much I paid for it, and like it's just it's comfortable, and I always know it's reliable. So yeah, I know, RJ, you have the complete set of these. But this is literally my favorite tool. Like, it's actually the tool that, like any other tool that I have, if I lost it or if it broke, I'd replace it. This thing I'd probably cry over. Because, like, honestly, to answer your question, this is my favorite. This is the only tool I actually care about that I have because of how much I paid for it, how reliable it's been, and things like that. So, favorite tool is my Snap-on screwdriver. But yeah, RJ over here doing his flexing. He's got a whole Snap-on toolbox, and he's got a Snap-on everything. Jealous. Yeah, so Frank Forrest, there you go. Like you get it. Like you have a Snap-on tool. Like they're just so good. So like even though like I'm sure you probably expected me to say some like crazy tool, but the most generic of tools, honestly, that one is legit my favorite because it's honestly I always try to make sure I have it and know where it's at because it's honestly it is legit my favorite tool. Not because it's a screwdriver, but because of the brand and how long I've had it and things. So I always like to have that screwdriver. Yeah. Okay, close enough to snap on everything. But yeah, I'm glad that Snap on isn't a store and it's on trucks, because that's the one thing that keeps me from buying crap because I don't see the trucks all the time. If I had a Snap on store that I could walk into, because I actually want to get a whole set of the screwdrivers, and I want to get like the miniature screwdrivers, like the small ones that you could do like your glasses with, because again. So guys, I'm actually still waiting for model kits that are on back order, and I'm kind of pissed off about it because I'm getting some of them sent to me sporadically, but I need the other ones to even continue them, so that's why there's no model builds. I'm pretty pissed about that. But I actually want to get the micro screwdrivers for those because those are reliable screwdrivers, and I want to get the flatheads to go along with these too because this is the Phillips. But the flatheads I think are red. All right, Adam. I'll catch you Saturday. All right, bud. Hope you have a good night. Thanks for coming on. Don't tell me that. RJ, don't tell me this. Retract your message. Don't tell me this. Why are you telling me these things? You're bad. Next, we're going to be doing a unboxing video. Look at the Snap-on tools I just ordered online. Thanks to RJ. RJ, don't tell me these things. I actually did look at them on eBay before that, but I don't know that they're actually genuine Snap-on, so. All right. Oh, and Jamie, are you planning on coming to the meetup for Saturday? I'm gonna go to the waiting screen real quick just so I can blow my nose again. Yeah, Snap-on. I think I would really invest in their tools that I would beat on. Like a screwdriver is something that's beat on, so I would love to have a full screwdriver set for Snap-on. Aside from that, I don't know if I would do anything crazy, ratchets and things like that. I don't think that's something I would really find too much a use for because basically, as long as you have like an actual brand like Dewar or Craftsman or something like that, that is a ratchet or a socket, I don't really see there being any issue. But as far as like a screwdriver, which is something that is really heavily worked, and you're using just like the tip of it, and it's a fine tip. I think that having it be a snap-on and being like as strong and as durable as it is, I think is a worthy investment. And they're expensive, but screwdrivers for Snap-on are probably what I would consider one of the most reliable tools they have, and like the most used tool that you don't really think of. Um, but they're worth the money because they're really not that expensive overall compared to some of the other things. So I think their best value is the screwdrivers, to be honest. Okay. All right, Jamie. See, Penny joined in. Hello. Also, I know Julie joined in as well, so I want to say hello to you. Kate joined in. Hello. Christina. Definitely got a few new people that joined in. So again, to everybody, I've got a horrible sinus infection, so that's why we're doing some of these little cutouts. Because I definitely don't want to be blowing my nose on camera. That would not be something you guys want to watch. So, we've done our meme of the week, question of the week. Now we are going to go on to my question. If you guys are ready to play a game.
I want to play a game.
Annabelle. If any of you guys are familiar with the Annabelle series, The Conjuring, the horror movie, you guys would know this doll here. Gotta pause the audio for a moment. So, Annabelle, as you guys had seen, we have the smaller version here, sitting in the chair. This is what you guys would see in the movie. So, to know, who here has all seen one of the Annabelle movies? I have. I'm raising my hand. I've seen it. There's actually like a bunch of them, and there's like a variety. There's Conjuring, The Nun, Annabelle. Have any of you seen any of the movies featuring the Annabelle doll? So no comments usually lag. Okay, so Matt has seen Annabelle. Jamie has not. Jamie, watch Annabelle. You have to watch Annabelle. Okay, Stephanie has seen The Conjuring, so you're familiar with the doll. We got a nope. We got a none. Alright. So. Okay, not a horror movie follower watcher. None of them. Okay. So, to a lot of you guys, this probably won't be a question that anybody could answer. But I am curious if anybody can answer this question. So, the fun fact on this movie is this doll right here. So Jenny's going to know where I'm getting at. She already beat me to the question. So, this doll right here, which is used in the movies to basically, spread the fear and give a face to the movie, is actually not the real Annabelle doll. The crazy thing is, the Annabelle doll is real. This is actually a real story. You can actually go and visit a museum which has the actual doll there. However, I wouldn't advise it because me personally, I wouldn't want to be anywhere in the vicinity of it because I know how demonic stuff can be, and yeah, I'm good. Definitely don't need none of that coming home with me. As cool as it would be to probably see it in person, I definitely don't need that. So, the Annabelle doll is a real doll in real life, but it doesn't look like this. It is actually a childhood doll that most of you would actually recognize, which is why they altered the design of it for the movie to try to not really scare people. But tonight's question, who knows what the real Annabelle doll was? And don't worry, after we have somebody answer the question, or if nobody does answer the question and I answer, I will actually show you guys the authentic doll inside of its case, where it's the same as if you went to the museum and saw it. So I'm going to actually show you guys the real possessed doll. This doll is actually possessed by a demon, and very bad things happen. Do they happen to the extent that the movies show? Can't really validate that or say yes, but I know things bad definitely happen. So we're going to wait a moment and see if anybody has an answer to the question. Okay, and Matt, come on, you've seen it. Oh, you didn't research it. Okay, so we have 3 people so far that have nailed it. We have Kate, Jenny, Frank Forrest, and RJ, who knew it was Raggedy Ann. So I'm going to go ahead and show the photo now. This is actually the legit case holding the legit doll. So this is the doll that is associated with the Annabelle movies, but it is not Annabelle, it is Raggedy Ann. It is a actual Raggedy Ann doll that is inside of this case, which you guys can go to the Warren Museum and see. However, I would be deathly afraid of it because the things that can possibly happen, I would not want to possibly deal with. Julia says that she would love to see it in real life. I think it would be cool to film, but I kind of would, I don't know. I'd be really afraid. Oh, I did tell you? Oh, I didn't know I told you already. But anyway, maybe I did. So it would be cool to see it, but because in my lifetime I've actually experienced demonic activity and I know like just how bad it gets, that's why I wouldn't want anything to do with it. And I would actually be fearful to even go to this museum because there's a bunch of demonic possessed. So basically, Matt, the stuff that you see in the movie for the in the room where this is held is actually all legit. The only thing that's different is the Raggedy Ann doll is actually the Annabelle doll. But the thing that's cool is, yes, if you guys see Jenny's comment right now, Frank and Lorraine Warren's son-in-law runs the museum, and Frank and Lorraine actually died. She actually died recently, but they actually investigated a few places in Pennsylvania, which is crazy. And I would definitely. Matt's like, I'll go. I don't know, man. I'd be afraid because all it really takes is. I don't know, man. Hey, you've seen the movies. Oh, Stephanie, I didn't even know you did a donation out to. You did? Oh, okay. Thank you, Stephanie. So Stephanie actually sent over a donation. I didn't notice. I usually don't have my phone on me when I'm doing these. So Stephanie likes to send me donations separately from YouTube because YouTube obviously takes a percentage out. So she likes to just send me things directly so that way YouTube doesn't actually interfere with any of that. So I'm actually just now seeing that, Stephanie, so thank you for your donation. Honestly, it would be cool. It's a whole museum full of demonic stuff. There's actually a museum in, now Matt, we might have to talk, because there's a museum in Jersey, North Jersey, that has demonic possessed stuff in it that I actually want to go to. And they allow you to ghost hunt it. That's something I actually want to go to. This one with the Annabelle doll, though, I might shit myself. I don't know. Yes, yes, Jenny's correct. They investigated a place in Scranton. That's 100% correct. It was a house. So Matt, now I know you did. I think it was what two paranormal investigations with us, and they weren't really anything crazy. Um, a demonic a demonic thing is like it's really in your face. Like it's bad. It gets really bad. It's pretty crazy. All right, so yeah, Matt. Well, I'll have to research that place and let you know what it was, and then see if we can plan a day to go, because they have like a supposed like devil's like a goat devil's head there, and like all kinds of stuff there. So it's supposed to be pretty insane, and possess dolls and all sorts. So maybe even drive the hearse over there. That'd be pretty cool. Nah, RJ. But anyway, so actually shocked. This has lasted a lot longer than I thought. I feel like total. Oh, I purposely ignored your request to go because that's some scary shit. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started with our flashback memory. So Matt is going to remember this looking back on some time, because this was the era when, I think this was actually before me and him met. But this was actually in the realm of how me and Matt met, through this YouTube group and people I used to film with. So if you guys love cars and you love seeing drag racing and all things fun like that, then you guys are definitely going to enjoy this video. It's a half hour long. So definitely about due to blow my nose a little bit. So definitely can't wait to take a little bit of a break here. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started with looking back and seeing an old video. Hope you guys enjoy.
Hey YouTube, it's Gregory Salvatore, and I'm here today at Cecil County Dragway for the YouTube call out, and I'm dressed like this because I'm giving away a GoPro. And what you need to do is go over to my channel, Gregory Salvatore, and look for the GoPro giveaway video. That'll explain all the instructions on how you can enter, and let you know that every video here that you can find me in is eligible for an entry. So we'll see you next time.
So far, it's just me and Greg here setting up, waiting on everybody else to arrive. Some faces we know. Supercars Philadelphia is right there. Guitar Mageddon ZL1's down a little bit. He just moved his car recently. I got my little helper with me. So, this should actually be a very good event. I'm excited for it. And we made it here in one piece.
Well, I don't know about one piece.
K-Band.
You know what I thought? These guys drag racing, some of them might have a tire repair kit, and you have a pump.
I don't think I do.
You don't have your car didn't come with a pump?
It did. I don't know if it's in there though.
Oh, well,
I'd have to check.
Somebody might. I could actually fix this, fill it up, and put it back on to go home.
You'd be better off, yeah. There's Street Street.
Hey man, you got any? You got the goods? You got the goods?
The drugs,
Got the goods?
the drugs though, not the hats.
No, we already forgot.
No, dude, they're all gone.
I honestly was gonna buy one anyway. I understand. I'm taking it.
Dude, literally, like, quickly.
Really?
Yeah. Wow.
We thought the gates would be closed by now. We thought we'd be the first in line getting here as early as we did.
This is ridiculous. They shouldn't have let anybody in. Like,
Yeah, I know.
it should be completely empty right now. They were like charging because our crew members of the people that were racing not to be charged, and they were charging people. And I had to like step
Good to
in
see you
there.
again, by the way.
I know. Do you bring your skateboard? I have like the shakes right now. Awesome.
I'll be shaking.
I got the megaphone too.
I don't know.
Somebody requested it.
Do you remember him though?
Good morning! I think that was louder than me. Good vocal cords, dude.
There we go.
All right.
Backing up. He said we're gonna unload it next to his car.
So here's where we're at so far. I'm still covering the end down there. We got 2 tents set up, a table, and then these 3 cars here. Right? Does this count as cheating, or can I just say I found you already since I caught you getting
No,
drunk?
let me get finished. Yeah, I'm recording with this, but it's like I'm trying to live. I know, it's like.
Oh yeah. Just went underneath of it at one point. Yo, look at that. I made them in like E3 guys.
Okay, so far everything is turning out awesome. Everybody that's expected to be here is here. Got everything getting set up over there. So, merch tents are up here. I might get something, you know, why not? I'm here. He's having fun. Having fun? Meeting a lot of cool people, huh? Or at least seeing them anyway. Say hi. Don't be camera shy. My little helper. So, anyway, stay tuned, guys. We're going to have, as much content as possible.
Honestly, I could film it right there if you want. But
No, it ain't bad at all.
yeah.
So here's what I'm doing today.
2011
Giving away a GoPro.
Camaro RS.
Yeah, you want to direct it back, Joe?
Yeah.
Greg, we're coming back.
So this is the little guy's choice of seat. First time he's been to a drag race, and probably the best drag race he could go to, because it's people that he actually gets to meet on a daily occasion. Hopefully not blowing their cars up. You excited to see him? Who do you think's going to win? We have the guy with the Corvette, or we have the guy with the Camaro. Corvette or Camaro? Who's going to win? Street Speed is the one with the Corvette, and Guitar Mageddon, the other one, is the guy with the Camaro. Who do you think's going to win? I say the Camaro wins. Okay, he says Mike, I say Nick. Let's see what happens. Jake, stop bouncing. So I finally have a chance to do a walk around to his car. get our channel card?
No, thank you. I got it.
Alright, thanks. Yeah, the video will be up sometime tomorrow.
I'll send you a picture. All right,
Okay, so now that I am here and I have time now, I did promise 2 shout-outs that I was going to do today, and that's 1 to Tie Motor and 2 to Carolina Man. This show is incredible. Unfortunately, they were not able to be here today, but you know, hopefully one of the next shows that comes up, which probably won't be until next year, you know, hopefully they can actually show up and attend, because the footage that you can get here is amazing. The people you can meet here is amazing, and the cars that you get to see here are amazing. For example. So, the only flaw, the drag race times, for some reason a lot of them aren't actually showing, so not all the drag race footage is good. We have the 570 over here doing the decimal reading, which is pretty cool. So I actually found out that my exhaust is pretty damn good for being a V6. So I'm kind of happy with that. And my little helper's still helping me.
Tower side.
Very nice. Very nice. How much?
I choose 13 because I like how
Andy from Diablo Formula Racing, please come up to the timing tower. Okay, we're going to be doing the raffle drawing here in just a minute. It's scheduled 3 o'clock. As soon as I get the winning number, I'll announce it up here. We'll be drawing at 3.
Give him a thumbs up.
very good.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Street Speed 717, and I just want to say thank you guys so much for coming out today. It was an awesome event. Went over really well. As you can see, the turnout was awesome, and everybody else here would like to say some words.
Being cool for so many kids. When I seen the 2010, yo, it flipped my lid. It's a Camaro, 67 to present, a legend. So I'm giving it mention.
Alright guys, so that's actually, again, going back before I even met Matt MPG. That was back in the day. when I did the automotive, and I had the black 2011 Camaro. So hopefully you guys enjoy some of the automotive stuff. We'll definitely probably have to this year try to add some more automotive stuff into the channel. Definitely like to try to do stuff with my cars that I have. Try to, I need to get them out a little bit more. But definitely got to say, I think one day a high performance car definitely needs to make its way in my driveway somewhere here. So like I said, feel free to, scout around and look, because I need someone to find one. I'm sure there's one in my driveway somewhere. We just got to find it. So, all right, Matt, thanks for joining. Definitely going to be wrapping this up shortly. So thanks for coming on. It was great, again, seeing you this weekend. So that's pretty much going to wrap up our night. Like I said, do have a pretty bad sinus infection. So now that we're pretty much done everything, I really don't plan on staying on too much longer. If anybody does have anything that they want to comment, ask, or say, anything at all, go ahead and put in your comments now. So that way I can chit chat with you guys. And then right after that, we're going to wrap up. Tomorrow I'm actually going to be stump grinding. And RJ's going to be coming over to assist with some stuff. Going to be stump grinding and getting the stumps out of my front yard, making more room for the Halloween display this year. So, working on some of that. Hey, don't cheat with the Hot Wheels one. But definitely glad you guys enjoyed this video. It was definitely an older style, very old video, and a different spin. This is something that I used to do, and something that I consider to be a really good video, and it's something that I haven't done in a long time. So a lot of you probably haven't even seen that video. Definitely, Julie, definitely. And don't worry, if the day ever comes where I land myself a vet or anything kind of cool, I may end up doing some drag racing myself. So that's something we can definitely look forward to together. But alright, definitely want to thank everybody for joining in and watching tonight's video. Can't wait for next week's already. I'm definitely going to be feeling a lot better. We're going to try to pick another video that is way buried in the vault of old videos. Hopefully you guys did enjoy this. I'm going to be hopping off and pretty much going to bed. Hopefully I'm going to actually feel better in the morning. I was kind of worried today. I was really worried that I was going to have to cancel this today just because of how I feel. But, we made it. We made it through. So if I can find the will and there's a way, then I will be here. So thanks for watching, everybody. Definitely want to give a big thanks again to Charlene, who left a $10 super chat. Very much appreciated. Definitely need all the support we can get, and it's definitely, again, it's always appreciated. And we also had Stephanie donate $10 as well through a direct Facebook payment. So thank you both for your donations tonight. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you guys next week.
The apocalypse.